Good afternoon. Pam Johnson from Aegeus Communications had come to Albensi Laboratories and asked us to put together a small video discussing outsourcing versus domestic manufacturing within the dental industry. So standing to my left here is Dawn Albensi, CDT and owner of Albensi Laboratories. Dawn, thank you for your time today. Kind of first and foremost, the question that we would like to ask is, what type of innovation is Albensi Laboratories doing to combat outsourcing?
Good question, Tom. First, I want to thank Pam Johnson for asking us to do this. We hope you find value in what we have to say here today. But the question Tom asked is, what have we done to prepare ourselves for outsourcing laboratories? We found that about 10 years ago, both outsourcing and CAD/CAM really started impacting our industry. The outsourcing has really taken foothold a lot faster than the CAD/CAM. I think today, Pam, you could probably agree, 40% of the work that is being served here in the United States is coming from overseas. So there's a huge amount of business here that we're losing that we can bring back through CAD/CAM. So about 10 years ago, when we got involved with CAD/CAM, the equipment along with the materials really weren't out there. So we were one of the first laboratories in the United States to start taking the scanners, designing. We happened to have a printer, a 3D systems printer, and we were printing wax-ups. As materials started to evolve, such as EMAX, a lithium to silicate material, we found that we could scan, design, print a wax-up, and press our EMAX. So we had that understood. We got that under our belt relatively quick. When zirconia started coming along, we didn't have milling machines at the time. So all of a sudden, manufacturers are designing mills. We have several different mills. We have two from Glidewell. We have a rolling mill, and we're getting ready to purchase another rolling mill. And so now we've already have this set up where we're scanning, we're designing, and instead of going to print, now we're going to mill. So what that allowed us to do is to very accurately create restorations through digital, reducing our labor costs immensely, which makes us very competitive with the outsourcing. So we're able to deliver quality service, having them done in 3 to 5 days instead of 2 weeks, and price, which really competes with the outsourcing market.
Thanks, Dawn, for that explanation about how we are using domestic production to combat outsourcing. In that explanation, you had spoke about some material choices. Could you give further insight as to where you think the materials are today and where you think they're potentially going to go tomorrow?
Very good question, Tom. So where are the materials now, and where are they going to be 2 years from now? We don't know, but we know they're going to get better, right? I mean, we didn't have zirconia, a translucent zirconia, a few years back. EMAX was just basically just starting out, that we could have a ceramic material that we could either mill or press. So who knows what our manufacturers are going to bring us in the next few years. Obviously, they're going to be better than what we have now. I would say that what the materials are going to be in the future with the current equipment that we have, whether the mills or the printers, is only going to make us more competitive with our overseas competitors. What really separates us is the fact that it still takes 4 to 5 days to have a case shipped there and shipped back. We can eliminate that by doing them on our shores here. That's great. So I'm anxious to see what our manufacturers like 3M, Dentsply has in store for us. We see some new zirconias are coming along that are so translucent they look like a 6-powder buildup. So it's going to be exciting to see what the manufacturers have in store for us. And we also know that as technology changes, these scanners, these digital impression systems are becoming more and more popular here in the United States. So if a doctor's investing in one of these digital impression scanners, they're going to look for a laboratory that's going to match up that digital workflow with their digital office. And so the laboratories in the future have to be able to accept an STL file to create a restoration within 2 days and have it back to our clients. So it's exciting stuff. Things are moving very fast in this field, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
Well, that concludes the short interview process of this video. I would like to thank Pam Johnson and the Aegeus team once again.